G'day, we're David and Paula. Like many people, we've been working hard for many years and we're too young to retire, but we've decided to take a gap year from work. We've bought a new van and we're doing a lap right around Australia. In this episode we get to South Australia. We take in a drop in the Barossa Valley, then head to the magnificent Flinders Ranges.
We're doing a big tour.
We're starting something that we've been waiting for a little while. Yeah, gnarly.
I feel for the people that come just after pruning. Press the grape markets with their stone jar.
Some power issues for some reason. Our DC to DC charger wasn't getting current through it. We selected the campsite we want and we've turned up and people just camped here and left their gear. We've set up the Starlink, we've been able to get in contact with the rangers. This is just absolutely insane. Good morning. We're at a place called Beaufort on the highway between Melbourne and South Australia, heading up towards sort of Murray Bridge and then into the Barossa Valley type route. And a good little freak out. There's absolutely like a bit of a dirt, partly grassed car park basically. Just what you need when you're doing slightly longer drives and you're not going to be staying somewhere. So we pulled up here and we were the only ones here and as I say, free, so good on the community of Beaufort for putting this on and we might now go and buy a cup of coffee from one of the local cafes, which is sort of what we try to do for free camp areas put on by the communities and the councils, at least return a couple of shekels into the local community if you can. I mean, like you. So which grapes are these, mate?
Red ones.
I hope you're on your thank you for that. They're very purple, aren't they?
Oh, they might be Mataro. See those yellow seeds?
Yep.
That's
so that'll end up in a GSM or something.
Yes. Yep. All the frugal.
Yeah, all the frugal, yeah.
So that does actually have Alicante skins in there as well.
Ah, right, okay. Excellent. No, that's terrific, thank you.
No worries.
How long have you been working here?
24 years.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah. Started when I was 15.
If you stick to that.
What do you have for dinner tonight?
Meatloaf and baked potato.
And who cooked the meatloaf and the baked potato?
You did.
How good am I?
Yeah, but I had to make the meatloaf for you.
Stop trying to steal my thunder. So we've had a good day today. We went down to Well, we've had a mixed day today, but I'll
We
explain.
had a good afternoon.
I'll explain the issues with the car in a different vlog, and hopefully it's all resolved by then. Anyway, we've had a good afternoon. We went down to Rockford Winery and they took us through their tastings because we like their wines anyway. We've had their wines before and they were very friendly, and we actually saw them bringing in grapes from the harvest and starting to put it through their presses and all those sorts of things. So we'll show some of that. And we came back and Paula made some meatloaf. She's taking credit for all of it. Okay, and but I slaved over the hot Weber. So we had meatloaf, potatoes, gravy, washed down with red wine. So all is good. All is good. Where are we?
Henschke.
What are we doing at Henschke?
We're doing a big tour.
We had a good morning this morning.
We have had a
So
good morning.
it was a little bit of an early start, not too bad. A little bit of an early start, sorted a couple of things out, and then we went to the Barossa farmers markets.
Yeah, it was good.
They were good. They were good. Yeah, we had some
Bagels for breakfast.
some bagels. Yeah, they had bagels. They had some good a couple of little type brekkie things. Coffee was good.
Yeah, the
Coffee was really good. And then just a little country farmers market, so there's some fruit and veg and some produce and some other bits and pieces. So it was very pleasant. That was good. And we're on our way. We'll be starting something that we've been waiting for a little while, which is the Henschke Hill of Grace experience. And if you're into your wines, you'll know that Hill of Grace is one of Australia's two sort of premier type drops. Too expensive for us. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Henschke, too expensive for us. But we'll do the experience.
We'll do the experience.
We'll do the experience. I think we sort of promised ourselves when we did this trip that yes, we were going to do some of the harder stuff. Yes, we were going to do some of the remote stuff. We're going to be off grid, but in between we were going to do some other things which I suppose would be luxury sometimes. So this is one of those things that that if you don't want to do it or can't afford it or don't want to afford it or something like that, that you could sort of easily drop out. But if you sort of want to mix up the off-grid sort of harder, more remote stuff with some little luxuries, this is one of the things that we sort of promised ourselves that we'd do. So we're in the Barossa Valley and it's been absolutely lovely. And I'll sort of cover it, but we're staying at it's not a free camp, it's a donation camp at the Centenary, it's the Greenock Centenary Park. It's a lovely sort of cricket ground type area in behind the pubs and some of the houses there. Quite a popular sort of stop. It's only $5 a night. Got to be self-contained, but there's some nice, and they keep them well. So a couple of sort of clean loos and those sorts of things. But most of the rigs are self-contained. They're supposed to be all self-contained. We'll show some footage of what we're doing here. Won't be of interest to everybody. We'd hardly call ourselves wine experts, but we do like a good drop. And we've done a couple of other wineries now. But you don't have to come out to Henschke. You don't have to sort of pay the money for these sorts of tours. There's a number of lovely cellar doors and those sorts of things. You can just walk in to most of them at the time. Some of them charge you a cover charge for tastings, and that's fine because most of them that do that will rebate that back off if you buy a bottle or something like that anyway. And I think that's fair enough. Obviously, they can only sustain so much of people just coming in and drinking their wine for free and then walking out the cellar door. But that doesn't mean that you have to buy, of course. Whether you're into your wines or not into your wines, dropping into a place like the Barossa is good fun.
Oh, there's a lot more to do.
There's a lot more to do, yeah. Anyway, we're a bit early, but we might go and wander down towards the cellar door, let them know that we're here. and we'll show you some footage of the Hill of Grace experience as we do it. Yeah, gnarly, yes.
Of those vines. They almost look like they shouldn't be producing, but as you see the cane stretching out, it's got some really healthy abundance there. I feel for the people that come just after pruning, when the vines do look quite dead.
It was a good day to come.
Yeah. So yeah. That lovely smell coming from.
Nice heat cake.
As the ferment furthers, it's probably not going to smell as nice, or when it gets pressed, the grape mark is not the nicest smelling, but right now it's just juicy. So just bubbling away, just fermenting.
I actually put my wristband on this GoPro, didn't I?
Just making that smaller amount of wine just pour on the base. And talking of the wine that they would provide to family and community and the church as well, the families would come with their stone jars. Yeah, a little bit of everything. And as we've gone through, wood as they rebuilt it. So it got moved stone by stone over 2 years from inside the winery to out. And a big old hill of the old labels. So when Mount Anderson was first produced,
Barossa.
Yes, yeah.
And we're off to Flinders Ranges. And we had a good free camp last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we
about
did.
100 metres off the road. It was quiet, really quiet. Couldn't even hear the occasional sort of traffic going past. So I ran around, got some pictures of that, so we'll show that. It's a good place to sort of, it was called the Native Well, R.M. Williams Way. We're about sort of an hour short of the Flinders Ranges, probably just under. And our camp is probably another 30 or 40 minutes out the side of that, so we didn't want to push all the way in yesterday. And we're just dealing with some power issues. For some reason our DC to DC charger wasn't getting current through it yesterday, so it didn't charge while we were driving. It seemed to be working better this morning, and the guys from Inner Drive were in contact with me on Messenger.
Yeah, pretty
Back and forth. Yeah, no, they've been good. They think there's enough voltage coming through. And we've just got to watch to see if we've got a connection sort of issue. It's a little bit hard to tell what we've changed because we haven't had any sort of issue, but you know, if something shaken loose, we'll just work it out. But it was working this morning, so we'll see if everything charges up today. It's a very overcast day, but we're getting some solar in. But anyway, we're going to spend probably 4 or 5 days in the Flinders Ranges, a couple of different locations, then start to make our way down towards Port Augusta, where we're going to pick up some mail. then we'll make our way across the Nullarbor. So anyway, we'll see you either at Wilpena Pound or the campground.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw some massive roos. Just remind me that I'm glad I've got the bull bar on, not that you want to hit anything. Anyway, and we can see the Flinders starting to appear.
It's beautiful.
In front of us.
It's a bluey purple, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Paula could even show you on the video.
Hey,
Paula could even show you on the video.
girl can't even enjoy a cup of coffee.
Plenty of time for that, plenty of coffee. There's only so many good views. Yeah, they do actually sort of look quite purple today. See,
I don't think they're going to come up on the...
you might have to get a little bit closer to the screen and avoid the big,
I think it's going to
bugs
help.
that have gone splat on the windscreen.
We might have to wait till we get a bit closer.
We selected the campground and we selected the campsite we want, and we've turned up and people just camped here and left their gear around. Unfortunately for us, you know, we try to find somewhere else if there was somewhere suitable for the van. We need the solar at the moment because we've got our DC to DC unit has unfortunately failed. So Enerdrive have got to get that replaced for us. So we do actually need the solar we've got because we haven't charged during the day. This was the site we chose anyway. We've set up the Starlink. We've been able to get in contact with the Rangers and the others just to sort of discuss with them the options, and they've just sort of indicated that we've got the site, and as far as they're concerned, they've got the site. Apparently the booking service, whoever these guys are, they turned up to the to Wilpena Pound and were actually told that the site was occupied, but they've left their gear here and gone off anyway, so it's quite inconvenient, quite rude, as a matter of fact, and had their day and sort of without any sort of regard for the impact on other people. But unfortunately, we've now got to wait for them to come back, and you know, we don't want any complication. We just want them to pack up and either move to a site that they've booked, or if they haven't booked and paid, because they clearly hadn't paid at the time they set up, move on, which is what the Rangers have indicated. So the Rangers have been informed, and they've sort of told us what they'd like us to pass on to whoever these guys are. But we'll see what happens. Cheers. Next episode, we explore the Flinders Ranges. So we're walking, we think it's the Bunyaroo Gorge, and we've been looking for these yellow-footed wallabies. Oh. Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.